So our next question is for Pastor Fidelis. And it says, Dear Pastor, are there some addictions that you were battling with? How did you come out of it? Or are you a super mortal?
Yeah, I'm Superman. Like I'm Superman's elder brother. All right. So I'll talk about the last part of the question. There are three parts. I'll take the last part before the other two. Are you super mortals? I think one of the things that we have tried to show in this church is that even our pastors are normal people, like they are believers like you, right? Pastor Duke has talked about it a lot of times. They are believers like you, they have their struggles like you. But sometimes as pastors, it is sometimes better to keep your struggles, because if some people hear the thing that pastor is going through, they will now ask, the fire that burnt out is what will it do to chicken? But here's the truth. Pastors have their struggles. I've known pastors all my life, so I know that pastors go through real issues. Sometimes I feel like the bigger they are, the bigger their issues. Okay, but here's the thing. Have I struggled with something? I'll take that one personal. I used to be addicted to caffeine. Like, it was bad. Whether it was from coffee, Coca-Cola, whatever, anything that had caffeine. I once had, my record was drinking 13 or 15 bottles of Coke in the space of 6 hours. And I was not yet 18 when I did that. I don't know whether to say thank God. But that's how bad it was, right? I used to be seriously addicted to it. The funny thing is that I didn't think it was a problem. It was no addiction. I just liked it. Until the day I challenged myself to stop. That's when I realized there was a problem. Because then you realize that you cannot stop, or you are struggling to stop. Okay. So that's personal struggle. How do you come out of it? Now, this is my experience. I think that the very first thing is to admit that you have a problem. That's the very first thing. As long as you realize that you have a problem, it means that you can focus on looking for solutions. If you do not agree that it is a problem, you are going to remain there, and the devil is going to keep encouraging you. The second thing is to seek help, speak out, whether to people in church or to surround yourself with people that actually have the mind of Christ, people that can genuinely give you good counsel. And here's the reason. I've said this before, the devil likes isolated people. If you try to solve a problem on your own, the devil looks for a way to help that problem to fester. So he moves it from here to another place, Auntie Dami just dealt with one issue of somebody who believes that, every guy who comes to her has sex with her. So you say, I don't want to date John again. I'm not going to be going to John's house. I'll be going inside my house. Then he will bring you a neighbor. They always used to come and knock the door to get something from you. You see the problem? So it's going to keep happening like that. But if you speak out, you can then find counsel. You can then find people to help you. You can find people to also support you and know that, you don't go now. That thing one should come back. Then the ultimate thing is this. I think that one I will read from 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. Okay. It says, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Right? It's simple. So we think of God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love. Now let's read it in Good News. You have Good News? All right. It says, for the spirit that God has given us does not make us timid. Instead, his spirit fills us with power, love, and what's the last one? Okay, let's do Amplified. For God did not give us a spirit of timidity or cowardice, of craving and cringing and fawning fear, but he has given us a spirit of power and of love and of calm and well-balanced mind and discipline and self-control. Here's the last one. The way to deal with addictions is by giving yourself to the Spirit of God. I'll tell you how. Your body acts based on your mind. If you can understand those things, Anything your body does is from your mind. Your body does not act separate from your mind. Your body acts based on your mind. The reason, we have given this example before, the reason you will see a pot with chicken and egg at the junction and cross to the other side is because somewhere in your mind you have filled your mind with the fact that that thing is something that is meant to harm somebody. Do you understand? It's your mind. It's your mind that controls your body. It's what you have been filling your mind with. It's the way it works. It's what is in the hard drive that you can operate from the system. So if you know that you have an addiction to this, start to fill your mind with the things of God. Start to fill your mind, deliberately start to focus on doing things that are godly. You will realize over time that you no longer do it. It's not magic. It's not like, oh, pastor, lay your hands on me, then it will go. Because it's not pastor that laid his hands on you for the thing to come. It came over time. To assume that you can wake up one morning and it is gone, I think it's part of the trick of the devil. So that after 3 weeks and the thing is not gone, you will not get discouraged and go back inside it and just sit there.
Amen.
I hope I've tried.
Yes. Thank you very much, Pastor Fidelis.